What's going on, guys? I am the microphone messiah, Phillip Antoine. I am joined by not Brandon Tanguma, but Brian Tronic of the Within the Ropes podcast. Brian, how are you doing?
I'm doing you know what? I'm not doing well.
Yeah, we're none of the pleasantries. Look, it's a different day today.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all will remember where we were on Friday, July 22nd, 2022, because Vincent Kennedy McMahon has officially retired, not just from being the CEO or chairman of WWE, but I assume retiring from creative as well, just a flat out retirement at 77 years of age. Um, Honestly, man, never thought this day would come. Never thought this day would come. Tronic, what were your initial thoughts when you read this? Like, I thought his account got hacked. I was like, no,
I,
this isn't real.
I thought it got hacked too. I told Cindy, I said, wait a minute, he got hacked, right? Like, and I must have refreshed. I was looking at the replies. I was looking at all the everybody, and then I'm looking at all the dirt sheets, and I'm like, okay, let me see if anybody's reported it. No one said anything. No one's reported it. It had been like 10 or 13 minutes, and no one said anything yet. And then literally like 2 minutes after that, everything started rolling in, and I'm like, yo, this is real. Like, Vince McMahon did not get hacked. He's really retiring. And it was crazy. I almost started shaking and I was tearing up because like this guy has been somebody important in my life, all my life. Right? Like
Yeah.
he's been the head honcho for this great product that we all love, that is WWE. And it was just it hit me in the face, Phil. I was like, and I
Yeah.
felt like, I felt like maybe we knew this was coming or
I
something like this.
I don't know, man. He like, just think about all the stuff that's happened. He won the steroid trial, which ironically today is the anniversary of that.
Yeah, that's
Which
wild.
I was like, oh, okay. So 28 years ago, 94, yeah. It's surreal, man. It really is. I thought it was
Mhm.
going to be an FDR situation where he was going to die in office, so to speak, in the chair. I mean, I think we all thought that. We
Mhm.
nobody ever thought that he would actually say, "All right, it's time to hang him up, to hang up the sports coat, the blazer." You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
I mean, it's wild. I'll read Vince's statement, because I'll read his tweet and his statement, because everything has just been wild these last few. This whole day has been wild with rumors and all this stuff. So Vince said,
Mhm.
"It's 77, time for me to retire. Thank you, WWE Universe. Then, now, forever together." And then I will read his statement that was put out. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. He says, "Throughout the years, it's been a privilege to help WWE bring you joy, inspire you, thrill you, surprise you, and always entertain you. I would like to thank my family for mightily contributing to our success. And I would also like to thank all of you, all of our past and present superstars and employees, for their dedication and passion for our brand. Most importantly, I would like to thank our fans for allowing us into your homes every week and being your choice of entertainment. I hold the deepest appreciation and admiration for our generations of fans all over the world who have liked, currently like, and sometimes even love our form of sports entertainment." Vince McMahon press release. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, again, it's crazy. It's almost like it's fake. It's like, wow, like, randomly on this Friday, you getting ready for SmackDown. It's just, normal Friday. You on the I was gonna say the Friday before, but like literally like 8 days away from the biggest event of the summer, SummerSlam. You just don't expect for something like this to happen randomly like this. And this is, I mean, it's so impactful, it's so important. Um, it changes everything. I mean, and then I mean, earlier in the day, we got the news that Triple H was back as executive vice
No,
president of talent
he's the
relations.
head now.
Oh, he's the head.
He's the head of talent relations. Johnny Ace is out.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay, so I mean, maybe I read that wrong. See, now if I realized that it was the head, I probably would have thought about it.
I mean, some said like they just assumed like he was back at his role, but it's been reported that like he's the head of talent
Oh
relations
man.
now.
All right. Well, yeah, all this is just it's crazy. It's weird to see go down this way, especially with everything that's happened up to this point with the allegations and everything that's been happening. You hate for it to happen. I mean, you got to know, you got to think that maybe that's why a lot of stuff. Why I see a lot of talk online saying, you know, oh well, if he's stepping away, then maybe there's more that's getting ready to come out. Either way, it just sucks. Like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. I mean, he's been the chairman, he's been the CEO, he's been the owner, he's been everything for WWE since I've been alive. So yeah, man, it's really it's surreal, it's shocking. Um and it's weird because it's like, wow, he's not in charge anymore, like, so does this mean he's still the owner, right?
Uh,
Kind of. No.
they just made Stephanie chairman and CEO. Actually,
Right.
no. Yes, he. I've looked into things like this. He like, let's say like, for instance, I make you the CEO of this brand or whatever, but yet and still I created it and I still have ownership over it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's something like that.
Okay.
So I mean, we don't know the exact specifics. Don't quote me on this, but I would
Right.
assume technically, yes, still the owner. He's not the chairman. He's not the CEO. Um, he's no longer, I guess, no longer in charge of creative.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like there has to be like a certain like legal filing for you to just take over the true ownership of the brand that is
Right.
WWE, or any brand rather. Um, it's interesting, man. Nick Khan and Stephanie McMahon have been named co-CEOs. That man really came in there and swooped up. he
That's a
he had that plan worked out, bro. I'll say it.
that's a little surprising to me because I would have always, I think, I mean, and Phil, you can correct me if you feel differently, but everyone thought, okay, this is going to go to Triple H and Stephanie. When it's all said and done, Triple H and Stephanie are going to be in charge, and ever since Nick Khan has come into the picture, I think everyone has been kind of, banking on this or being like, oh, okay, well, Nick Khan, he's gonna, when there was rumors a while back about the company selling, everyone was like, oh, maybe Nick Khan's he's gonna be in charge now, or he's gonna take over. He pushed out, Shane, he pushed out Triple H, he pushed out, everyone was saying that Nick Khan was taking over, and it's
Yeah.
kind of true now, but
Well, I mean, Hunter was gone for health reasons.
right.
Yeah. I mean, Nick Khan's like presence has been felt like Saturday pay-per-views, like day one, which is fantastic and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Trying to do stadium shows for other pay-per-view events and going to like certain towns for these reasons and to draw a certain crowd. Like his presence has been felt immensely. It's different, man. I never really thought this would happen.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say. I know we're saying things, but not really saying a lot.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of how we're feeling, bro. Like I
Yeah.
said, Triple H is the head of talent relations. Johnny Ace is gone. He's no longer with the company. So, I mean, they're like, WWE was in the headlines because there was a report of the TV 14 ranking or rating, and SummerSlam was rated TV 14, the one coming up next week. But now I looked and it's rated back to PG. So it's interesting. We don't know like what's going to actually happen. Like this is going to take time to truly see changes now that Vince is gone.
Yeah.
Um,
I see a lot of people online talking about, oh, this is going to be great. And listen, hold your horses, guys. Obviously there will be change, but it's going to take some time for everybody to settle in. Vince's presence is still going to be felt backstage. He very much so may still have a big influence, especially with Triple H and Stephanie in charge. He's going to have an influence on what they do. He's going to have He's gonna be in their ear. You just have to think that, obviously, right? But yeah, man, it's crazy.
It is, man. I mean, like we said, 28 years to the day of the steroid trial ending. That's interesting. Also, a couple days ago was the 20-year anniversary of Stephanie McMahon being the general manager of SmackDown, and then
Wow.
she was front and center tonight,
Mm-hmm.
kind of in the same getup too.
Mm-hmm.
It's something different, and she no she talked about it. They did the whole thank you Vince, and I know people have their problems with that given the allegations and things that are going on, but I mean, look, man, if you watch wrestling, you watched because of Vince McMahon. You can't deny that. No
Mm-hmm.
one can deny that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's it's a special place, and I know people when it comes to great creators, they talk about Stan Lee and Walt Disney and Wes Craven. I put this in my little write up that I did on my Instagram. Go check it out, Heel Antwine. But Vince McMahon, he's in the conversation. Me personally, I think he's the best creator, the best creative mind, the greatest promoter ever. And I mean, the guy gave us new, fresh content while there was a pandemic going on.
Yep.
He truly just kept the needle moving. He kept pushing through. And at the end of the day, Vince will always do what's best for business. And I guess he felt it was best for his business, his brand, the thing that he built, for him to step away. And that's honestly, it's kind of unfortunate
It is.
that it ended this way. And I mean, you look at this, WWE was a little regional promotion from like his grandfather, Jess McMahon. It was even smaller. It was just like the New York territory. And
Yeah.
then it got a little bigger when his father was in charge, Vince Senior, and then VKM bought it from his dad, and look at where it is. Multiple countries, multiple languages, all the diverse superstars that you see and have seen over the years,
Mhm.
and just all the moments, man. Just all the moments.
Yeah. Tons of moments.
It's something. Like I still even get excited when they come to our area just to see the grandioseness and the production that is
Yep.
WWE because of what Vince did. And you know, it's wild, man.
Yeah, it is a true spectacle, and for a lot of people who, I mean, have their opinions and their feelings towards Vince. I mean, I agree with what you said. Like, there's no, I mean, people, you love wrestling. Like, I know a lot of people try to separate themselves and say, "Oh, I like pro wrestling, not sports entertainment," right? But WWE, think about it. The WWE now wasn't always like it is now. Before, it was different before, and you loved it. And Vince McMahon had, everything to do with what people loved and fell in love with. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, man, to see. It's nice to see. I see Foley commented and said thank you. Kevin Nash commented and said thank you. Obviously Titus O'Neil, I saw.
Rick Flair commented.
Rick
He said
Flair.
thank you.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure over the next few days, a lot of
We're
those
gonna
thank you texts and Instagram posts and everything are going to
tweets and
come
all
out.
that. We're gonna see.
Tweets, maybe a lot of the talent, I'm sure, now that the show is over, they're going to have time to really reflect and think about. And this is I mean, I don't know if it's too early to say, but like, this has got to be the beginning of a new era for WWE, right?
Oh no, definitely. Like it's July. Like by the end of the year, we'll feel
Mm-hmm.
whatever the difference is. And we're gonna feel that whatever it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And hell, maybe only very few things change. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's
Maybe only the few things that need to be changed will change.
yeah. I mean, I'm interested to see what obviously was going to happen with booking and stories because that's why we watch it. But what kind of
Mhm.
business moves are they're going to make? What kind
Yeah.
of deals are they going to make with USA and Fox, or will they go to another network
Yeah.
or something like that? What's going to be done with Peacock and the tape library?
Mm-hmm.
Could they amp it up to kind of restore or get some remnants of the WWE network back in the United States and really modify the Peacock algorithm and things like that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, and we
And
all know that we all know Nick Khan. He's he is officially co-CEO of the company, so he's gonna have a huge impact on a lot of that stuff that goes on now.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm just gonna say it for the people that are happy, like, hey, bro, like, come on, dude. Like it,
Yeah.
like you loved Hogan, you loved Macho Man, you
Hmm.
loved The Undertaker, Ted DiBiase, Stone Cold, Rock, whatever, etc. Mankind. These are Vince creations. These are things he spent a lot of time helping build and things like that. Like I'm not. I know what's going on, with the whole
Yeah.
all the allegations and things like
Yeah.
like we're on the internet, we know, but like just
Hmm.
I'm gonna give the man his flowers while he's still alive.
Absolutely. Yes,
You know,
have to. You know, it is unfortunate, all those different things, but man, like this is big. This is
this this
this
is
is big
monumental.
change.
We had to do an emergency podcast because of it.
Man,
Never
yeah.
never thought I would live to see this. I thought
Never
Vince was
thought
gonna outlive me. Jesus.
never and you know what? Never thought that I would see it happen through a tweet.
through a tweet. Yeah,
A
you're right.
tweet. I mean, it happened on Twitter.
It did happen on Twitter, man.
You would think that he'd make some dramatic, like at the beginning of SmackDown.
That would have been a historic SmackDown.
Oh man,
Like he announced they announced he's gonna be on SmackDown. Like, oh, what's he gonna say this time? And then he announces he's leaving. You'd be like, what?
mhm,
Man,
that would have been crazy.
it would have been. Brock Lesnar reportedly walked out of SmackDown only for the music to hit at the end of SmackDown. Everyone got worked. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a dirt sheet guy or just a regular Joe Schmo on Twitter. Everyone got worked. I'm like, huh? I reported about it, on the Twitter and Instagram of the BC. I was like, huh? Okay. So Brock reportedly walked out because Vince isn't there, and then he showed back up, and I'm like, that might have been Vince's last move.
Mhm.
That's such a Vince. That's such a Vince thing to do.
Yeah.
Just when you got him up, pull the rug from under him. That's such a Vince thing to do.
Oh man. I mean, and that's good. I'm glad Brock did indeed show up at the end. And it looks like he's gonna be there next Saturday at SummerSlam to go up against Roman Reigns in that last man standing, last time ever match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The only thing that concerns me now is okay, everyone says it's a work, is this and that. I mean, we don't know. And I just wonder if he is indeed upset about Vince stepping away. Does this change whatever plans that there were for the championship match on next Saturday?
That's a great point, and I don't think. I mean, really looking at it, like Brock, like he'll do what's best for business.
Right.
Like we've seen that over the years. So looking back at the story, I'm like, would he really just walk out like that?
Right.
Like that's
I mean, he's thrown titles at McMahon. He's, gotten into almost fights with Jericho, and
I'm looking at Jericho right now. That's hella funny you just said that.
a lot of things have happened, but I agree with you. Brock's a pro, and he's gonna do what's best. He's gonna make sure he's good though.
Oh
right?
no, he's gonna
sure.
Gonna make sure. You want me to do that? I'm gonna need at least 10 more thousand real quick. I mean, I'm gonna need 20 extra bands in a PayPal.
Oh man, yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Wow.
It's
no Roman. I wonder how
no,
Roman
there was
feels about this.
That man showed up in Sacramento a few weeks ago. I should have went to that. I hate myself.
How does Cody feel about this?
That's another thing. We're gonna. He's busy at San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's another thing. We'll hear statements from him, and what happens to Cody's booking? That's a great point, bro. Like, will the plans or whatever plans were in place for him, will they remain the same, or are they going to change for the better, or possibly for the worse? Or for worse. That's a great point. I think we'll get into all this more on the Bullet Cast next week when Brandon's here with us, and the
Yes.
three of us can really have a discussion. You're showing up, right?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Yes,
Dude,
sir.
I've been knocking out, man.
I believe it.
I've been knocking out. It's crazy, man. It's new kid, new baby. Whew.
You've done it twice before. You should be a
Man.
pro. You should be a pro.
You know, it's hard when it's been 10 plus years since, you
I know.
know.
You're older. I see you're
Older.
grayer.
Yeah, Phil, you will see one day. You gonna have kids one day, Phil?
Right when the girls snatch
When the
me
right,
up,
you
boy.
know,
I don't know, man.
Jax hit the deal, you know.
Oh, he said it on air. I don't know, man. Like I've thought about like having like a little buddy, little son or whatever, and showing him the business and showing him like different wrestlers and matches and things like that. Like
Yeah.
I mean, like you do, like you watch wrestling with Charlie
Yep.
and your other son.
Yep.
It's nice, right?
It is,
You'd
man.
be like,
it is.
you show them stuff from when you were a kid and stuff.
Yep, definitely. Got to show them all the old stuff. That's the funnest part about it, is getting to show them, especially when you could go back and show them specific moments and be like, all right, this is where I was, or this is what I was doing when this happened,
Like,
or show them the difference, like from now, like this things now are different from how they were back then, and just it's nice.
I'm gonna show them moments, man. I'm gonna show them when Ziggler cashed in, when Eddie won the title, when Eugene and William Regal were the tag champions. I'm gonna just show them. Just show them the craziness of WWE. Oh my God. Oh yes. I love it, man. Well, we started talking about real life, which is it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
But this is gonna wrap up our Vince McMahon emergency podcast. We will be back Thursday, it's released Thursday. That's when the three of us will be back. Tomorrow. Or today, if you're listening to this, if you're in the Bay Area, I know there are a lot of shows going on. There's Ugwa and Hollister, the South Bay, you got South Bay Championship Wrestling. But hey, if you're close to Oakland, Berkeley, come out to Alameda Point Gym, Stars of Wrestling. It is going down. Levi Shapiro, Juicy Finau, Journey and Jacob Fatu, Carlito, Godfather, Gangrel, Chris Masters, Moose, Tasha Steeles, Jekyll, Shane Cody, a lot of other big names rooted in wrestling. This is a huge event that's going on. I'm on the call. Guys, come out, support. It's family fun. It's an early show. They start at 6 and it wraps up about like 8. So it's cool, man. Come out and support and just come have a good time and watch some of your favorites you watched growing up and some of the best in the business today. Go out in the squared circle. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, we'll be back next week. Diamonds are forever, and so is Vincent Kennedy McMahon.